Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about intraverbal, answering and having conversations. It's another concept in verbal behavior. So we continue. Intraverbal, answering and having conversations. What is this? Intraverbal behavior is when a child responds to a question or engages in a back and forth conversation. For example, what's your name? And the answer, Emma, Olga. Question, what do you eat for breakfast? Cereal, apple. Why is this important? This is key for developing conversation skills and engaging socially. How can you help? Ask open-ended questions. What do you like to play with? Use fun question games. Who says meow? What is interverbal language and why it's important? Interverbal behavior is a type of speech where a person responds verbally to the words of others or even their own words. Unlike tacting, labeling things in the environment, interverbal skills allows us to talk about things but aren't present. Like for example, everyday examples. So singing songs, the wheels on the bus go round and round, answering questions. What did you do yesterday? I went to the park. Telling the stories. Once upon a time there was a little bear. Explain problems. Why is the sky blue? Because of the way light moves in the atmosphere. Interverbals and thinking skills. Interverbal responses aren't just for conversation. They are key to learning and problem solving. For example, what does a flower need to grow? Water, soil, and sunlight. What is 2 plus 2 equals 4? Since there is no physical object in front of the child, they have to think, remember, and recall information to answer. This is what makes interverbal such an important part of intellectual development. How do typical children use interverbals? Developing children naturally build thousands of interverbal connections through daily interactions. By the time they grow into adults, they have hundreds of thousands of these connections that allow them to engage in conversations, answer complex questions, and share ideas. How can you support interverbal development? Ask open-ended questions. What do you do in the morning? Encourage storytelling. Tell me about your favorite day. Sing songs together. Play fill-in-the-blank games. Use conversational prompts. What do you think will happen next in the story? Interverbals are the building blocks of thinking, learning, and meaningful conversations. Encouraging your child to talk about past events, answer questions, and share ideas will help them develop strong language and reasoning skills. Why are interverbals important for a child's communication? Interverbal skills make conversations flow smoothly and help children use words and sentences quickly and accurately. They play a key role in holding conversations, asking and answering questions, telling stories, explaining ideas, and problem solving. How do interverbals support other language skills? When a child has a strong interverbal repertoire, they also improve in speaking fluently, they can find words easily, understanding social language. They know how to respond in conversations. Using gestures and body language, they can communicate beyond just words. Why do some children struggle with interverbals? Many children with special delays find it difficult to maintain conversations. This happens for different reasons, but one key reason is that interverbal skills are not taught or measured separately. Often, people assume that if a child learns tacting, labeling objects, they will automatically start answering questions. Listening skills, they will automatically start responding in conversations. But that's not always the case. Intraverbal skills need to be specifically taught and reinforced, just like other language skills. How can you help your child build intraverbal skills? Encourage back and forth conversations. Instead of just asking, "What's this?" try, "What do you do with a cup?" Ask open-ended questions. "Tell me about your favorite game." Play fill-in-the-blank games. Old MacDonald had a farm. Use storybooks to spark conversations. What do you think will happen next? Celebrate any attempt at conversation. Even small responses help build bigger skills. Final thoughts. Strong intraverbal skills help children communicate, connect, and think critically. Instead of assuming these skills will develop naturally, we can actively support and teach them through fun and interactive conversations. How do intraverbal skills develop in children? When a child struggles with conversation, social skills, or verbal interactions, they may give robotic or scripted responses, show challenging behaviors, experience social isolation. These difficulties can make it harder for them to build a strong communication repertoire. How do typically developing children learn intraverbal skills? Most children start developing intraverbal skills after they have already built a strong foundation in skills, requests, asking for what they want, listening skills, understanding and responding to others, tact skills, labeling, naming things around them. Around 2 years old, children start using simple intraverbal responses such as singing songs, imitating animal sounds. What does a cow say? Short word association, what's your name? By ages 3-4, they develop more complex interverbal skills, answering questions, where do you live? Talking about past events, what did you do today? Responding to multi-step questions. Why is this important to assess your child's current skills? Every child develops at their own pace. Some may need extra support to build strong interverbal connections. Assessing their current level helps create an individualized learning plan that targets their specific needs. How can you support interverbal development? Ask simple open-ended questions. For example, what do you like to eat? Play question-answer games. What makes a car go? Sing interactive songs. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Encourage storytelling. Tell me about your favorite toy. By understanding where your child's interverbal skills currently stand, you can better support their growth and help them become confident communicators. How are months, tacts, and interverbals different? Did you know that the same word can be used in different ways depending on the situation? For example, a child might say mama in different contexts. Tact labeling, they see their mom and say mama. Mom requesting, they say mama because they want her to come over. Or interverbal, they complete the phrase papa and mama. What controls these different responses? According to Skinner, the difference between these types of speech isn't the word itself. It's what triggers the response. Tact labeling controlled by seeing, hearing, or experiencing something. Meant requesting controlled by a need or motivation. And interverbal conversation controlled by other words or a conversational prompt. How can you help your child use words in different ways? Just because a child can say a word in one context doesn't mean they will use it in another. For example, a child who can name water, tact, when they see it may not know how to request water, then they are thirsty. Each skill needs to be taught and reinforced separately. How can you help your child use words in different ways? Practice different situations. If they say apple, when they see it. Help them also ask for when they want one. Use natural prompts. Ask questions like, what do you see? Tact, what do you want? Meant. Encourage conversations. Like fill the blanks. The sun is, and child should continue. Description. So, understanding how different types of speech work can help parents and educators teach children to use words more effectively across different situations. Why do we need to teach mounts, tacts, and interverbals separately? Because the same words can serve different functions. Each type of verbal behavior must be assessed and taught separately. Imagine a child says cocomelon in 3 different situations. Tact, labeling. They see cocomelon toy in the store and they say cocomelon. Or mount requesting. They say cocomelon at home because they want you to turn on the cartoon. Or interverbal, conversational. They talk about cocomelon characters and answer questions about the show. Even though the word cocomelon sounds the same in all 3 cases, the function of the word is completely different. What does this mean for teaching language? A child who can name something tact may not know how to request it meant. A child who can request something meant may not be able to talk about it in conversational, interverbal. Assuming that one skill will automatically lead to another is a common mistake. How can you help your child develop all 3 skills? Teach words in different contexts. Don't just name things. Encourage requesting and conversations. Use real-life situations. Do you want to watch Cocomelon? Month. Do you want to see? Tact. Who is your favorite character? Intraverbal. Reinforce all types of responses separately. Celebrate when they ask for something, name it and talk about it. Because words serve different functions, mounding, tacting, and interverbals should be taught separately to help children use language effectively in all areas of life. Why do we talk? Understanding the different reasons for speech. People speak for many reasons, but their words are usually influenced by personal motivation, wants, asking for something they want, other verbal stimuli, interverbals, responding to conversations or questions. How do these speech types work? Want, requests, help a child ask for things they want, like can I have juice? Or text labeling. Allow children to talk about things happening now, like look, a butterfly. Interverbals conversations. Help a child answer questions and talk about things that are not present, like what did you do at school today? Why is this important? A strong speech program should focus on 3 types of language skills. To do this, specialist and parent must recognize motivation-based speech (MONS). What is the child asking for? Identify environmental speech (TACTs). Is the child labeling what they see or experience? Differentiate between nonverbal and verbal triggers. Are they responding to a question or to something they see? How can you support your child's speech development? Encourage different types of speech. Help your child request, label, and have conversations. Observe what motivates them to speak. Are they naming things, asking for things, or answering questions? Provide the right prompts. Use real-life situations to practice different types of speech. Understanding why your child speaks in different situations helps you better support their language growth and create a strong foundation for communication. And that's it for today. Thank you for staying with us. I hope you enjoy and I wish you have a great day and see you soon.